Well, hot dog, howdy y'all. It is me, the Shark Cowboy 220, coming at you with the week 3 predictions. With that being said, let's hop right into it. So, last week, I went 14-2. The Vikings and Saints were the only games I got wrong. Everything else was right. That was a rather easy week. But it's going to get a whole lot tougher here, and definitely the hardest week. Where really, all but like 3 or 4 games can go either way, honestly. But let's just hop straight into it. Go with the Thursday night game, the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hold on really quick. My prediction record is 25-7 throughout the season so far. So it's not bad, but could be better. So, Dolphins and Jaguars. Miami played okay against Buffalo. They kept in it. It was in Miami. So, they didn't have a bad home opener. They did lose, of course. Jacksonville played kind of sloppy at the start. Then Gardner Minshew and Jacksonville went off and only lost by 3 to Tennessee with just a bad luck deflection turned into the interception at the end of the game. It's going to be a pretty good Thursday night game. I do think Jacksonville takes it and gets to 2-1, shocking everyone, I think. Because I don't think anyone expected Jacksonville to be 2-1, or not very many people did. A lot of people thought they were going to be the worst in the league, but they're coming out really well. So I do think they'll get the win. The Raiders and Patriots. Patriots played a hell of a game against Seattle, but just lost out, literally losing on the goal line. Cam Newton couldn't run it in, but he's been looking really good. On the other side, the Raiders also looking very good. Derek Carr balled out against the Saints, and they beat the Saints. And they've been playing out of their minds. And this is a hell of a game. I've been going back and forth on this one, but I gotta go with the Raiders. There's just something about the Raiders. I think they're gonna win. I honestly think they're gonna win. But like I said, don't take anything too seriously because that could go either way. This is one of very many games that can literally go either way. Next, the Texans at Steelers. This is one that could go either way. Texans had the Chiefs and Ravens, arguably the two best teams in the AFC, off the gate, which is not easy, and they did lose both. You have the Steelers playing pretty good ball. Ben Roethlisberger is back. He's playing pretty well. That defense is still one of the better defenses in the league, I honestly say. But in this one, it is in Pittsburgh, and I just do think Pittsburgh are the ones to take this one and defeat the Texans in a pretty good game. Houston can win this one, but I'm leaning more towards Pittsburgh here. Next, on to the more morning games. The Rams at Bills in a hell of a game. The Rams coming off a good victory against the Eagles, while Buffalo came off a victory against the Dolphins. And Josh Allen has leading the league in passing yards, I believe. It's been a terrific game. Terrific games for Buffalo. Rams have been playing extremely well at the gate, but it is in Buffalo, and I have to take Buffalo. Nothing against the Rams. I just think Buffalo's they're balling right now, and I think they keep it going. If it was in LA, maybe I take the Rams, but this is one that can go either way. But I'm leaning towards Buffalo. Next, the football team taking on the Cleveland Browns. Football team got kind of smacked by the Cardinals. Actually, took it to them, and now they're going to Cleveland, who played really good against Bengals. I was going to say, I don't know why I was thinking Baltimore, but no, they played the Bengals after getting slacked by Baltimore. But I do think the Browns win this one. I think that offense, they will have a tougher task, obviously, as the Washington defense is way better than Cincinnati's, but I don't trust their offense to do that well. So I do think that the Browns take it in the end. It is in Cleveland, too, so having their home field advantage will help. Next, in a game that's can go either way. The Bengals and Eagles. If I heard correctly, I think the Eagles haven't beaten the Bengals in like 20 years, and given they only play like once every 4 years, they just can't beat Cincinnati. And Philly's been looking horrible out of the gate. They've been looking very sloppy. Cincinnati, they haven't been too bad. They did not. They looked okay against the Browns. Joe Burrow's been playing pretty good football, but it's in Philly. I think they bounce back. They have to bounce back. If they don't, if they lose here to Cincinnati, yeah, I think Philly's. I don't think I can trust them, and I think that their fans are completely losing faith in them. Next, we have the Titans at Vikings. Minnesota's been playing absolutely horrible. They looked horrible. Kirk Cousins looked completely like a bum. That defense is not helping out. Tennessee, they're looking pretty good, though two very close games against Denver and last week against Jacksonville. I do think they win, of course, but I think it will be a bit of a closer game. And this is one of the games where I do think it's pretty clear who the winner will be. Off to another morning game in the Bears and Falcons. This one's tricky. Atlanta had that horrible, horrible choke job against Dallas. And of course, being a Dallas fan, that was awesome to see. But it's like, Atlanta, come on, that onside kick. Why do you let it roll? Hump on it. 87, you watched it. Like, oh, gee, it was all bad. But I think that's going to spark a fire in them. Hear me out. They're going to spark a fire. They have to win this game. Not because they're 0-2 in a division where the top two are 1-1. But that's a very embarrassing loss. The players are angry they lost like that, and they're going to come out heated, and they have to win for their fans and make it up to them. Bears have been balling out. They've been playing good football. But my gut's telling me Atlanta. My gut's telling me Atlanta here. They have to win. And I do think Atlanta pulls it out because Calvin Ridley, he's been playing extremely well, out of his mind. And the tight end, I can't remember his name. He balled out too. I do think Matt Ryan and that offense, they have a tougher task at the Bears defense, but I do think they, in the end, get the win in a very close game. But this one can go either way because if Atlanta starts slow, they're going to lose. Uh-oh, what did I do? Thanks, okay. Anyways, the Niners at Giants. The Niners beat the Jets pretty easily, but man, the injuries are horrible. Bosa's gone for the year. Solomon gone for the year. Garoppolo probably doubtful. He's week to week. But in the Giants lost Saquon Barkley for the year. That's a huge loss. They did get Devontae Freeman, but he's been sitting at home, so he's not going to come in like guns blazing. Not this week. I think he's going to be sloppy to start, of course. But I don't know. I can't trust the Giants. I got to go with the Niners. They're going to play on that horrible MetLife Stadium turf or field they were complaining about. I know one of their players had a little Twitter rant on it. But I just can't trust the Giants here. I can't. But this one is one that can go either way. The injuries with San Francisco is really going to hurt them and their chances of winning this game, for sure. No doubt about it. So, moving on to the afternoon games, we have the Jets at Colts. It's Colts. Jets are one of the worst teams of football, if not the worst. They're horrible. They're horrible. And they're banged up, too. They're a bit banged up, too. Colts they played some good football against the Vikings, and I do think they come back home game and win pretty easily. So I do think this is a game, like, for sure, Colts win. Next, let's move on to the Panthers at Chargers. Christian McCaffrey's out. Carolina's in big trouble. For the Chargers, I think Tyrod Taylor got hurt, but Justin Herbert's came in, and he's actually looked good. They put up a hell of a fight against the Chiefs and barely lost that game. And I do think they win this game. McCaffrey's out. He's out for the next couple of weeks, which hurts fantasy users and really hurts this Carolina offense, and I just don't trust them at all. So I do think that the Chargers win this game, especially it being home. Next, Buccaneers at Broncos. The Broncos, horrible injury luck. I know they lost Sutton for the year. They just had bad injury luck. I do think Tampa wins this one. It's going to be, I think, a surprisingly good game, but I think Tampa should win. I think Mike Evans is going to have he's going to have a day. With that being said, Tampa Bay should win that one. Next, Lions. Cardinals are looking really good. They're looking really good, and I think they keep it rolling and go to 3-0. Lions are looking sloppy. They had a good first quarter against the Packers, and then Aaron Rodgers went off and just picked apart that Detroit defense. And I do think this deadly Arizona offense keeps it rolling, and DeAndre Hopkins has another huge day. Next, which I think is arguably could be the game of the week, is the Cowboys at Seahawks. Being a Cowboy fan, they had such a horrible start with the 3-4 fumbles. And if they do that in this game, they're going to get smacked. They ain't coming back against Seattle if they fall behind like that. However, Seattle's been playing some great football too. They destroyed the Falcons, come out, beat New England in what was actually a really good game, where they put up points. It is in Seattle, and as much as I love the Cowboys, I'm definitely a realistic Cowboy fan. I don't think we take this one. It's in Seattle. Dallas will be in it. It will be a close game, but they're playing too good. DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, those two are balling out, especially Metcalf. And Russell Wilson's Russell Wilson. He's an elite quarterback for a reason, and I do think he really carries Seattle to the win here again. Next, the Sunday Night Football game. The Saints are hosting the Packers, and what will be a great game. Aaron Rodgers is balling out. He's looking like prime in his career, Aaron Rodgers. Packers have been amazing. Davante Adams, Aaron Jones, they've been going off. They've been terrific. The Saints, Drew Brees, his age, father time, is starting to catch up to him here. And you can tell how sloppy he's been looking. He had a lot of dinking and dunking against the Raiders. But in this game, even though it's in New Orleans, Mason Thomas is a huge hurt, and I do think the Packers take it. But I do think it will be a good game. It's going to be a good game. But this one is probably one you can lean more like, yeah, Packers are probably going to take it. But it is in New Orleans, so you never know. If Kamara goes off, you never know. And next, the Monday night game, which is, I think could be a possible early game of the year, with the Chiefs at Ravens. A high-powered defense taking on a high-powered offense, which I think is the main matchup. And then you got Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be such a good game. And honestly, it's going to be such a hard-fought battle, but I'm leaning towards Baltimore. It's a home game, and I do think that defense does just enough to slow down the Kansas City offense. And Lamar, Mark Andrews, they'll have a day. And I think Baltimore barely edges that one out. But honestly, I'm not too confident in a lot of these games with picks, because it's such a good week of like so many games that could go either way. So let's see. This one I think could go either way. So that's one like for sure either way. This one I kind of lean more towards Jacksonville too. This one can go either way. That one I think is a blowout. That one's guaranteed. 3 could go either way. 4. This one, no. 5 can go either way. This one, no. This one, still no. This one, it could, no. This one I think is 6, 7, no. This one I do think is 8. It could go either way. And same thing here. So I think 10 of the 16 could go either way. Well, the other ones are more like, I'm still heavily leaning toward the one. But overall, I think it's a good week of football. With that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you guys tune in for weeks 4 and on. But yeah, let me know what you think is going to be the funnest game to watch. Whether you agree or disagree with the picks, be respectful, of course. No, I'm not really hating on too many of the teams. It's because, especially being a Cowboy fan, I'm picking against them, and I'm picking the team I hate the most to win. So I'm trying to be like unbiased in what I honestly think will happen. With that being said, thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys next week, and have a good rest of your day or night or whenever you're doing whatever time it is. Hope you have a good rest of your time. That being said, thank you for watching.